The verdict form on count 1, as signed by the presiding juror and dated today, reads, "We, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 1 of the amended information. As to the verdict form for count 2, as signed and dated, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of providing false information about a missing person as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 2 of the amended information. Verdict form for count 3, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of mutilating a corpse as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 3 of the amended information. Verdict form for count 4, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of hiding a corpse as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 4 of the amended information. The verdict form for count 5, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 5 of the amended information. The verdict form for count 6, as signed and dated by the foreperson, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of providing false information about a missing person as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 6 of the amended information. The verdict form as to count 7, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of mutilating a corpse as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 7 of the amended information. And finally, the verdict form for count 8, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of hiding a corpse as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 8 of the amended information. I will note for the record that the jury also returned the 8 verdict forms that read not guilty and that those do not bear any signature or date, as well as returning the jury instructions. Let me inquire of you, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, you have finished your service here as the jury in this case. I have to tell you that words are difficult to come with to express the gratitude that I feel and that I believe those people within the criminal justice system which we serve feel regarding the time and concentration and sacrifices which you gave for this process. It's not just the days that we were here in court. Unusually in this case, we spent a number of days away from here, and yet you still followed your oath, the directions I gave you, and you were committed wholly and wholeheartedly to this process, and I thank you. I'll be happy to meet with you after I'm finished here in the courtroom if you wish to stay, and please go with our thanks and gratitude. Randy?
All right, for the jury.
Be seated. Attorney Brown, is there any motion in relation to the verdicts?
Sure, the state moves for judgment on those verdicts and moves that you revoke bail at this time.
Attorney Vera or Doral? Any position as to the motions?
No position.
I will enter judgment upon each count based upon the verdicts received. I will revoke bail at this time. And we have a date in March for a sentencing hearing. I think we have a full day available, but I don't know if the parties anticipate needing a half day or a full day. Do you have any thoughts on that, Attorney Brown? And any thoughts on whether any pre-sentence would be requested by either side?
I think it's appropriate a pre-sentence investigation be performed. It may take a day. I think if you were to set a half day, I would set the afternoon. That way it wouldn't it'd be a problem if we ran a bit late.
And Attorney Doral, any thoughts on either?
Your Honor, I don't believe a pre-sentence is necessary in this case. If you do choose to order one, I'd ask that it be without any specific recommendation.
Very good.
Also, what date are you looking at?
That's March 17th or 18th.
Can we get back to you? I don't certainly know at this time.
That's true.
The 17th works better.
Okay, we'll wait to hear from the state regarding that, but we'll pencil that in and reserve that date, and hopefully that works for everyone. I will order a pre-sentence investigation based upon the state's request. It will specify that there should not be any recommendations made within the report. That's usually my practice. And if there is an issue with the March 17th date, we'll get on board with everybody and get that clarified or changed as needed. We'll do it in the afternoon. And I don't mind staying late if we need to, so we'll set it for the afternoon. Anything else for the record today?
No.
Anything else from the defense?
No, thank you.
Thank you. We're adjourned.
It's on the right.
Hey Josh, can we see him downstairs, please?
Okay.